Hi, boys and girls. Welcome to day 4 of science. We officially have completed our soil investigation. Everybody did an excellent job, and I hope that you had a lot of fun learning about soil and the different things that make up what soil is. Okay, so we are on day 4, and now we're going to focus on some vocabulary and then answer a focus question in our science notebooks. So for number 1, you're going to watch the video that is right under here that you're currently watching right now. That I'm going to start talking about some important vocabulary and just review what we did in our soil investigation. All right, so let's take a look at some of these slides just to go over some vocabulary from our soil investigation. Okay, so we've been really thinking about what soil is, and we learned that soil is in all different environments and it is made up of earth materials. Okay, so that is our first word right here, earth material. And the definition of what earth material is, in case you forgot, is that it's any natural resource that makes up earth, including soil and water. Okay, so all soil is made up of earth material, and all soil is made up of rocks and humus. Okay, and here are the different kinds of rocks that we talked about during our investigation. So we talked about pebbles, gravel, sand, and silt. Okay, all the 4 vials contained these. Now, not all of the vials of soil contained all of these kinds of rocks, but some of them contained some kinds of rocks and some contained others. Okay, so again, pebbles are weathered rock materials with particles that are typically between 6 to 64 millimeters. So, rocks that are the biggest are pebbles. Then it goes to gravel is the second biggest with 2 to 6 millimeters. Sand is 1 to 2 millimeters, and silt is the smallest kind of rock. Okay, it is smaller than sand but bigger than clay, and you really cannot see the rock that is in silt, but it is there. Okay, so it's so important to know that soil is made up of different kinds of earth materials and rocks and humus. Okay, again, some more words. Clay, rocks that are too small to see without a hand lens. So a hand lens is something like a microscope. Okay, so you cannot see the rocks that is in clay, but there is rocks in clay, in case you didn't know. Humus, again, is the bits of dead plant and animal parts that's in all kinds of soil. Okay, and we notice that in our vials of soil, it is the thin black layer that were in the vials that sat overnight. Okay, so while the vials sat overnight, that was really important because we were able to see the different layers that was in soil rather than when we just shook the vials of different soil and they just sat there. So it was important for them to sit overnight so that we were able to see the different layers that make up each environment soil. Alrighty, so this is our focus question for today. What is soil? Okay, so now that we reviewed soil, we reviewed a little bit of our investigation that we completed, and we reviewed some vocab. I would like you to go to slide 15. So here's day 4 of our science investigation. And if you click on slide 16, like it says in our directions, you'll be answering the focus question. So the focus question is, what is soil? Now, I gave you some sentence starters over here just in case you didn't know how to start your focus question. Now, you can use these if you would like. If you don't want to use this, you can just highlight it and delete it and come up with your own response. But you can use the sentence stems that I provided. So soil is composed of, you're going to write what soil is composed of, and then in our soil investigation, we found out, and then I want you to really go into depth here. This is the main part of our focus question, and you can see that on slide 17. You can continue your response. Everybody's focus question should be very long, okay? We don't want it to just be 1 or 2 sentences. This is your time to shine. This is your time to show me exactly what you know about soil and what you learned about the investigation. Okay, after you are finished with that, you are done with your science activity for today. And I hope you have a lot of fun, boys and girls, and enjoyed learning about soil.